A baseball legend is indicted. A devastating fire kills 300 people, and a future YouTube star is born. In this video, I'm sharing the stories of 30 years ago, December 8th, 1994. I'll start with baseball player Darryl Strawberry. By the early 90s, Strawberry had become known as one of baseball's most talented and controversial players. But on December 8th, 1994, headlines were not about home runs. The man was a powerhouse. He was drafted first overall by the New York Mets in 1980 and quickly became a fan favorite. By the mid-80s, Strawberry was the Mets' crown jewel. His home runs and effortless swing made him one of the most exciting players to watch. He helped lead the team to a World Series victory in 1986, a year that is still legendary in Mets history. Strawberry wasn't just a star on the field, though. His tall frame, style, and electric play made him a media magnet. Kids wanted to live like him, and brands wanted to work with him. He was living the dream. But behind the scenes, things weren't as glamorous. Strawberry was battling personal demons that would soon catch up to him. By the early 90s, Strawberry's career was on a downward slope. Injuries had taken a toll on his body, and his off-field struggles had become public knowledge. Public abuse issues were well known. Reports of mispractices, erratic behavior, and his legal troubles began to overshadow his on-field performance. By 1994, Strawberry was struggling to keep his career alive while at the same time battling addiction. Then came December 8th. News broke that Darryl Strawberry had been indicted on federal tax evasion. According to the indictment, he failed to report over $300,000 in income from autograph signings, appearances, and various sales. In the world of professional sports, this was a big deal, and the IRS was trying to make an example of him. Tax evasion cases involving high-profile athletes were rare, but always newsworthy. The charges were serious, and Strawberry faced up to 5 years of prison time if convicted. Sources at the time suggested that Strawberry's chaotic personal life and financial mismanagement played a role. He was reportedly in a cycle of reckless spending and legal issues, and the tax evasion charges were the tipping point. In court, Strawberry pled guilty, acknowledging that he had underreported his income. He received a 3-month prison sentence, followed by probation and community service. While the sentence was light, it was a reminder that no one is above the law. After his sentence, Strawberry became an advocate for addiction recovery and mental health awareness. He opened treatment centers and gave motivational speeches, sharing his story to help others. Moving from scandal to tragedy, on December 8, 1994, the world witnessed one of the most devastating fires in modern history. The Karamay cinema fire in China that killed 310 people. What really happened, and why are the haunting details still remembered to this day? Well, Karamay was known for its booming oil industry. But on this night, the focus was on a school performance at the Friendship Theater. The event was meant to be a celebration, with students from local schools performing for an audience of parents, teachers, and government officials. The theater was built to hold around 800 people and was packed beyond its capacity. Over 1,000 people attended. Many of them were children, creating a high-risk situation from the start. What should have been a joyful evening would soon turn into horror. The fire began suddenly. Reports later confirmed that a faulty stage light overheated and sparked the blaze. Within moments, flames caught the stage curtains, spreading rapidly across the theater. The building's lack of fire safety measures turned the situation into a death trap. Panic set in when thick black smoke filled the air. Audience members scrambled to find the exits, but chaos soon took over. The limited number of doors and poor signage made it nearly impossible to find a way out. One of the most controversial aspects was the directive given during the fire. Survivors later testified that students were told to remain seated while government officials were first escorted out. The decision cost minutes that could have saved hundreds of lives. By the time the children were allowed to leave, the fire had engulfed all the exits, trapping the remaining people with no way out. The majority of the victims were school kids, some as young as 10 years old. The Chinese government launched an investigation, and many officials were held accountable. 16 people, including school and government officials, were found guilty of negligence and sentenced to prison. Today, memorials surround the city, and every year, families gather to remember those who died. And finally, we have something a little more light. If you're a fan of Minecraft, you probably know Grapeapplesauce as one of the platform's most beloved creators. With millions of subscribers, he's known for his creative gameplay, quirky commentary, and positive vibes. Imagine being born in a world without YouTube, only to grow up to dominate it. On December 8th, 1994, Grapeapplesauce was born. His story is one about how the digital world can turn anyone into a household name. When Grapeapplesauce, whose real name is Sean, was born in 1994, the internet was still in its infancy. YouTube wouldn't exist for another 11 years, and the idea that someone could build a career playing video games was unthinkable. Back then, video games were seen as a hobby, not a profession. Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis ruled the world, and online gaming was just a dream. Fast forward to today, and platforms like YouTube have completely redefined what it means to be a content creator. Sean started his YouTube channel back in 2011. It quickly became a hub for Minecraft players, thanks to its engaging content. Minecraft is a game that allows players to build and explore infinite worlds. As it became a cultural phenomenon, Sean rode the wave with style. What set him apart was consistency and community. Grapeapplesauce was building a community of fans who felt like they were playing the game alongside him. Over the years, Grapeapplesauce has managed to obtain millions of subscribers, steadily building a fan base. His videos often feature a mix of humor, strategy, and storytelling, keeping viewers entertained and engaged. And unlike many creators who burn out, Sean has maintained his passion for content creation, constantly evolving with his audience. His success highlights a broader trend: the rise of gaming content on YouTube. In 1994, playing video games as a profession was a dream only a few could imagine. But today, platforms like YouTube and Twitch have made that dream into a reality. YouTube's gaming category is one of its most popular, with millions tuning in daily. Content creators like Grapeapplesauce have helped normalize gaming as a legitimate career, inspiring a new generation of gamers to pursue their passion. Beyond his videos, he's known for spreading positivity and encouraging his fans to stay true to themselves. His journey also serves as a reminder that hard work and creativity can pay off, even in unexpected ways. And that's what I have for you today, December 8th, 1994. If you like this dive into history, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment below. Let me know what your on this day fact is, and I'll see you next time as we explore more stories from exactly 30 years ago.